Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's Full Potential Show. I'm James Rick, and this is your number one non-boring source for personal development. And today on the show, we have Mukul Deva, certainly a non-boring man. He's a literary stormtrooper with 4 years of best-selling status, novels in India. Also, many of his novels are being turned into Bollywood films. And in fact, today at the end of the show, if you hang on to the very end of the interview, you are going to get a free copy of Lashkar. It's turning into a Bollywood movie, and according to Mukul, this is where all the money's going. Bollywood is where it's at. Mukul, so glad to have you on the show today, my friend.
Thank you so much, Rick. It's wonderful being here.
Well, I know you've got a diverse background, being in the military 16 years, 10 years doing counterterrorism, and you've used a lot of this experience to create some very authentic literary novels that have just taken the both in literature and in the movies by storm. What do you account for your creativity? Why is it that other people that maybe have been through similar experiences haven't been able to capitalize on it like you have?
Well, Rick, actually, I account for all my success in no matter in which arena I enter to one very simple thing: the fact that I never grew up. You see, God created all of us to be creative, intuitive, and intelligent. We were born hardwired for success and happiness. Somewhere in the process of growing up, people lose that. Luckily, I never grew up. So for me, everything is a matter of attitude. I personally believe that it doesn't matter what I want to do. If I choose to do it, I will succeed. And the reason for that,
I was going to say, where do you think you developed this mindset? I mean, because you're starting with the default mindset of everybody is here to be successful. Everybody here has the potential for greatness as long as they never grow up. Where do you think you developed this hard wiring of this is the default mindset for everybody?
Okay, because you see, one is that this realization actually hit me pretty early in life. And how it came about was very interesting. I had just gotten commissioned in the army, and I was like 20 years old, and we were going in for a live operation where you don't know whether you're going to come back. And I remember when we were tasked to do that operation, and it looked pretty tough to me. So I asked my company commander, I said, how do you know that we can do this? I mean, you've just gone ahead and made a plan, and you're about to execute a plan, and how do you know we can do this?
Yeah, in other words, how do you know I'm going to live?
Absolutely. That was the fundamental question.
Yeah.
So he said, I have no idea. But the only thing I can do is to figure out what is the best way to do it and then get started. Now that day, Rick, something changed. I realized that it is not the answers. It is the questions you ask. And that day onwards, I started asking myself, whenever I'm confronted with anything in life, instead of asking myself, can I do it? I ask myself, how can I do it? That immediately changes the game for me.
And so you're not set on the security of it's inevitable. You're set more on I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it. I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but I'm going to find the best way to do it so that there's a high probability I'll survive.
Absolutely. You see, when I was heading up a team of snipers, we were damn good. Anybody who came in within 2 clicks of us, he died. There was a less than 2% chance of succeeding. But did it mean that every time we fired, we took the man down? No. And I used to tell my people that, look, you're going to fire, you might miss. Because there are 10 other things happening out there which are beyond your control. So the only thing you can do is give it your best shot. No matter what you
in this case.
Yes, literally in this case. So no matter what we set out to do, we gave it our best shot. And that became a part of my genetic hardwiring, whatever you may call it.
Now, you've got all these things going on, Mukul. You've got a security and guard company in 58 cities. You're the owner of that business. You're doing all these literary novels. Now you've got one that's coming out in a movie. How do you organize all these things that you have going on?
Because I work less to achieve more. You see, most people clutter up their life with a lot of nonsense. We are so caught up in chasing stuff which actually exists within us. I don't waste my time with that. I write 4 hours every day. I spend 2 hours in the swimming pool, the sauna, and the jacuzzi every day. I'm very selective about where I go and whom I meet and how much time I spend with them. I spend a lot of time with my family, and I focus on getting work out fast. So if I'm working on the company in India, I take out 60 minutes, maybe twice a week. I'm fully there. I'm present mentally, emotionally, physically. I finish it and I move on. So I compartmentalize totally. I think that's what is working really well for me.
And it seems very structured, especially your routine. You're very clear on where you're going to focus. You're very clear on what work you're going to do. And like you said, you work on getting it done fast. And I can't even remember, there's a law right now that says that the more time that you have to get a task done, the more complex that task will grow, equal to the amount of time that you have to do it. So what you're saying is by giving yourself less time, you reduce the complexity, you make life simpler, and you still get the job done in a fast amount of time.
You see, Rick, I dropped out of school after the 10th grade. So I mentally got stuck there. I always believed that the smoothest way to do a thing is to go straight for it. Let's not complicate life any more than it already is. I pick up a task, I ask myself, how can I do it? Look at 3 alternatives, pick the one which I think is going to be the most efficient and do it. If it fails, I come back and ask myself, what do I need to do differently? And then go back and do it again.
Mukul, you make it sound so easy. Why do we need to complicate things? What is it that you do that's so different so that you're able to get all these things accomplished versus somebody who has the passion, has the desire, wants to do all these things? Do they just overcomplicate things for themselves?
Absolutely. You've just hit it right on the button. Most people tend to believe that if it's simple, it cannot be brilliant. But the fact is that the road to success is paved by the stones of simplicity. The simpler you keep it, the more idiot-proof it is, the less chance of you screwing it up. Absolutely.
I love it. I mean, I think it's very simple. I mean, even the lesson is very simple. What you're saying is we overcomplicate things because we want to think that the path is more challenging and therefore maybe we're smarter, and it can't be easy. I think we operate under the general assumption that success or the achievement of the things that are important to us can't be easy, because if it was, everybody would be doing it. But what you're saying is that the reason why it doesn't get done is because we overcomplicate it.
Absolutely, Rick. I mean, the next time you're in this part of town and I'm running my favorite keynote, that is making success a habit, I will certainly invite you to come and sit in for it. It is so simple. Everything is a matter of just breaking it down till it becomes idiot-proof.
And is it a habit? I like this concept of making a success a habit. So you have a series of things or rituals that you do every day. I'd like to hear, I know you kind of touched on it briefly, writing 4 hours a day is a big, big ritual that you've committed to all the time. Are there other rituals that you want to share with us that you have made a habit in your life?
Well, my 2 favorite rituals are writing 4 hours a day. And the second one is I spend half an hour in the jacuzzi, half an hour in the sauna, 1 hour in the swimming pool.
Don't you come out looking like a prune? How do you do that? Every day?
Every day. This is the time when I use to let all the garbage out of my head, let all the stress go away, and allow creativity to flow in.
So that's the point. It could come in any form for people, but it's got to be a routine that allows you to unwind.
Absolutely. You can take 5 minutes. You can take 5 minutes. You don't need to take 2 hours. I mean, look, I'm living the dream life. I make a lot of money. I do little work. I get a lot done. So it's a great life. So I spend 2 hours a day doing that. And I believe that unless you learn to let things go, nothing new will come to you.
So you got to give yourself that outlet to just recreate yourself.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, so writing every day, giving yourself that outlet, and keeping things simple. I mean, these are the basic tenets that you live your life by.
Absolutely. And what I would suggest is that if for anybody who wants to make success a habit, pick 2 things. Pick any two things. It doesn't matter. Pick any 2 things which resonate with you. They should be simple and repetitive actions.
That you can do every day.
You can do every day, and you start doing them. You will suddenly realize, change is like throwing a pebble in a pond. The ripples spread. The pebble could be really tiny, but the ripples spread and hit the edge of the pond eventually. So you make one tiny change anywhere in your life, and things move.
And it's that consistent pebble dropping in the pond too that will build the life that you want to create. Absolutely. It's not an overnight thing. It's every day ritual.
It's every day, and the action has to be simple so that you are not. You don't find it daunting. You can take it easily.
Should be simple. It's a very easy thing to resonate with, Mukul. So, Mukul, let's talk about where they can get a copy of this book. This is for the first responders here. The book is called Lashkar, and it's being made into a movie in Bollywood. How do they get a copy of the book?
They can get onto my website and click on the order online link, and boom, you get it.
Okay, so it's just right on the website. That's mukuldeva.com, mukuldeva.com, and you got a keynote, Making Success a Habit. Now, you're in Singapore, right, Mukul?
That's right.
Okay, so when I come out there, I'll be able to sit in and learn from you on Making Success a Habit, right?
You will learn nothing new, Rick. You already know it. I'll simply just loop 2 wires back to your childhood.
I could always use that little bit more distinction. I think I need more simplicity in my life, my friend. I'm learning from you.
But we have 2 options. You can call me or you can come over.
All right, buddy. Sounds good. All right, that's mukuldeva.com. Mukul, thank you so much for being on today's show, buddy. Good luck with your movie that's coming out.
Thank you so much, Rick. It's been wonderful talking to you.
I love it, man. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.
If you like the Full Potential Show, you're going to love the Full Potential Club. What would you like most as a Full Potential Club member? Be 2 to 3 times more productive? Do what you're passionate about? Have more energy? Reduce your work hours? Travel the world? Enjoy an amazing lifestyle on a frugal budget? What if you could do them all? James Rick has been there and done it in ways that few people have. For anyone serious about taking their life or business to the next level, you know you've got to do more than just watch. You've got to do. Join James Rick and other like-minded people for an incredible $10 a month at fullpotential.com/club. Be educated. Be empowered. Be the best version of you. fullpotential.com/club. Try it free for 30 days.